Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the RMT Books Daily Show with Ricky Van Winkle. What is this show? Well, really what I'm trying to do is come at you in a different way than with the RMT Books podcast. The RMT Books podcast is, of course, for guests to come on who achieve great things, and I sit down and talk with them, and they tell me their stories. They tell you guys their stories. And it's a great thing. I really appreciate everybody who's come on and everybody who's going to come on in the future. But the Daily Show is an idea I got from my friend Atif Akhtar. He said I should get out there and talk more about myself. Now, I tried to do a RMT Books podcast episode where I get into my story, but the story is just so long and complicated and diluted with things and gizmos and gadgets and whatnot that it really doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do instead of that is I'm going to come at you with this daily show. Now, this will, by all means, probably not be daily and a daily occurrence. My time is so crazily packed, even though it really shouldn't be, that it's going to be hard for me to come on every day. But that's me just making excuses on the first episode. Well, we don't really have time for that. I'm just going to dive right into it. Who's this for? What's it about? This is for anybody and everybody who goes through everyday life and realizes that it's a lot harder than they thought it would be. And it's that transition from your mom folding your clothes for you and putting them on the end of your bed to you having 4 kids, having to fold all their clothes. And really, by the time you're done, you don't even feel like putting it on the end of their beds. You know, it's that transition from you finish dinner, leave your plate on the table, to you got to go and do the dishes for the entire family. Now, there could be many things said and many arguments made for whether or not I should be taking all those tasks at the family level. I should just say that I have 4 kids and a very wonderful wife, and I appreciate them very much, especially my wife, for everything she does and putting up with me, I guess you could say. Easily, it's I don't know how she does it, and I'm so appreciative for that. But what I want to get into on the first episode is just kind of thoughts running through my head that maybe you guys are having the same kind of thoughts, so that you know that you're not the only one out there who's going through a hard time, or what you perceive as a hard time, or what I perceive as a hard time. The main thing is that everybody is looking at their own perspective, and everybody has their own viewpoint of the events that occur in their life. 2 people going through the same event or experiencing the same thing will view it totally differently based on the filters they have. And it's really our decision onto whether or not we want to view that as negative or positive. Now, the easiest thing to do is view everything in a negative sense. And it's so easy to get in that and then just keep compounding the negatives because of this, because of that, because of this. Now, the difficult thing to do is be confronted with a set of circumstances, look at it positively, continue to fail, continue to try to achieve that positive outcome and not have that positive outcome occur, and then take all the residue from the decisions you made and try to make sense of it in a positive way. Now, for myself, I set out on this journey to become a millionaire. And we're sitting in here 2 years, 9 months in, probably a good 3 years now, and it just has not happened. In fact, I put it way over 3 years. In fact, it's gone quite the opposite of what the expectation was. And it's crazy because I really thought it was going to happen within, a couple months. Things would start looking up and up. And I know people who I worked with or I talked to, and things really went well for them fast. And so I sit here 3 years later and I wonder, man, what did I do wrong, or what could I still do better, or what do I need to do to get any kind of traction in any sort of direction? And, it's funny to say, but I have no idea. I have no clue what to do, where to go, who to talk to, what to say, any of that stuff. Just have no idea. And I feel like I've tried a whole bunch of different outlets, but nothing's really came to pass the way I had hoped. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop trying. It just means that I've eaten a whole pile of crap and I fully expect to eat more. And there needs to be a positive way for me to go through all that and not go crazy and not go absolutely insane, because it doesn't make sense to think that and realize that reality is something completely different than what your expectations are. It's a constant battle of trying to connect the two dots where there's really no line and there's really no pencil available to you to make that connection. So a lot of people, when I talk to them, they just don't understand what I'm trying to do when everything looks so bleak and it's so opposite to that thing which I'm trying to reach for, to strive for. And today, when I was just sitting around thinking, which is probably my biggest hobby at the moment, my daughter came through and she asked me, she said, what do you look forward to, Daddy? She asked me what I look forward to. And it takes me as a shock, because it came into me and I took it negatively. Like, I don't look forward to anything. Like, this sucks. Like, every day sucks. That's the first thought that came into my head. I'm so sick of fighting this constant battle and getting absolutely nowhere. But that's not what you tell your kids. And usually when I don't want to say the true answer or what I'm feeling, then I just don't say anything at all. But as I thought about it, I thought the one thing I look forward to is getting up in the morning. Mainly because it's another opportunity. It's another chance to get it right, to get it moving, to get traction. It's another opportunity. And I tell you what, though, by the end of the day, there's nothing more that I want to do to go to sleep just so I can have that other opportunity. It's like I can't keep up with my own expectations. I can't move as fast as I want to, and there's things standing in my way. There's demons standing in my way. There's barriers standing in my way that I'm so sick of fighting, but they keep coming back. So I just look forward to the opportunity to go at it one more time and have that one more opportunity. And when I wake up in the morning, check my pulse, and then I know, okay, it's your chance today. It's your opportunity. It's your shot. Now, also, I feel like I use that as a crutch, though, that once things start going sideways, and they usually go sideways pretty quick every day, then I always think, okay, I have tomorrow. But how many tomorrows are really guaranteed? It's impossible to say. So there needs to come a point where even throughout the day, it's like I still have an opportunity. Okay, this next hour, I still have an opportunity to do this one thing, to do, so that I can move forward yet again and not push everything onto tomorrow, because there will come a day when there is no more tomorrow. And it seems like that day is coming faster and faster and faster and faster. And you blink twice and the year is over. You blink twice and your kid is 10 years old. You blink twice, this kid's going to be already graduating from high school, and the other kids are going to be out on their own too. And it's really unfair on my part to constantly put everything off until tomorrow when today is really all I have. Or this moment's really all I have. These next 5 minutes, who knows? You don't know. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening into this first episode of the RMT Books Daily Show. You guys, if you want to get in there, and if you're going through stuff, or if you have hobbies and passions that you love and you want to share it, just reach out to me. If you just want to talk, just reach out to me, and we can get moving on whatever you want to get moving on. If anything else, it would just be a line of support. that you're not the only one who's out there at the bottom of the mountain wondering how you got there and wondering how the hell you're gonna get back up. I'll see you guys next time.